thing.
No.
But
Whatever it is not. Try a little of this. Oh, there it goes. Now we're back in business. Seems to be zoomed in an awful lot.
it's kind of clear, except for silhouette.
It seems like it keeps going in and out of Missouri. On top of this, if you would write percent of a whole. To do this, what we're doing for today, ladies and gentlemen, you will not cut corners. Carter, Westfall. You are, make sure you do this. You need to sketch out percentage boxes. Okay, which simply means this. These are going to be story problems that they give you, and really, you just have to understand. We use percents when we cut whole things into pieces. Okay, and on this bottom, this last box, you know, this is your percentages. Generally speaking, is always going to be 100%. Okay, this is the total. Total is always going to be 100%. The other 5 boxes, they're going to give you probably 2 of them, and you're going to fill in the rest. So here is our for example. Sam correctly answered 17 of 20 questions. Sam correctly answered 17 of, what did I say, 20 questions. 17 of 20 questions. What percent did he answer correctly? What percent did he answer correctly? What percent?
Did he already go?
Yeah, said he was packing his bags and leaving. Okay, so the gist of that is this, okay? First of all, you want to decide what are you comparing, what 2 things are making up the whole. What are we talking about? Questions. What are we talking about? We're talking about correct questions plus what give you total questions? The incorrect. You are comparing correct to the incorrect. And then you need to fill in the boxes. Do I know how many correct questions I have? How many? 17. So that goes here under correct questions. This is questions. How many how many total questions were there? 20. Which would mean how many incorrect were there? You could probably do that math. 3. So notice that I now have whatever. What am I looking for? Do I want to know the percent correct? God bless you, or the percent incorrect? Which one? Correct. So this is the one I need right here. Which means you can pretty much ignore this whole box. You don't need it. These other 2 boxes here, these 2 rows make up your equal fractions. What number over 100 and over 100 equals 17 over 20? Equals 17 over 20. And then how do you do that? Well, 20 times what gives you 100? Times 5. So 17 times 5 is 85. 85 is what goes in that box right there. 85% is your correct. Which would mean you could probably tell me what percent is incorrect. If they add up to 100%, Fran?
15.
15. Now I can tell you're very excited about this, so let's do another. Hard, easy, or not, I don't know. The frequency of the letter E written in English is 13%. E is written 13% of the time. Which, when you think that there's 6 letters in the alphabet, for something to be written 13% is a pretty high percentage. On a page of a novel that has 2,000 letters, on a 2,000 letter page, comma, what do you think the question is? How many letter E's can you expect? How many letter E's? Question mark. Colonel Westfall, what's the first thing I'm going to do?
You're going to draw the box.
Yes. How many sub boxes are going to be in there? Now we're always going to make 6. This first section, I always try to make percents. What am I comparing in this one? By the way, this will give me 100%. What about the letters, though?
E.
We're comparing the letter E to what would be the other one? Yeah, whatever makes up 100%, which would be not E letters. So what can I fill in there? What boxes can I fill in from there? Amelia, what box can I fill in? What?
The total amount of letters and
Here's the total. Where does that go? And what is that number?
2,000 right next to the 100.
Right, 100% would be all 2,000 letters. What other box do I know? Parker? One other number there. E is what? 13%. Now I can infer this one, right? Because I know those two have to add up to give me 100%. So what is it, Tyler? What's my other percent there?
87.
87. So, what is the question asking? How many letter E's? Am I asking how many E's or how many not E's? I'm telling you guys naughty. You're very naughty. Yeah, I'm looking for this one right here. So you don't need this one. You will come across times when you will, so don't think that that's always going to be the case. So it ends up like this. You make equal ratios, fractions. You know, and I don't really care if you do it in the box here. 100 times what gives you 2,000? 100 times 20 gives you 2,000. So you could take 13 times 20 and get 260. 260 letter E's. 260 letter E's. Do you think you'll struggle with that? Oh, let's do one more because this next one's fun. I'm going to give you a chance at this one. Cross won 64% of their games. Cross won 64% of their games. And lost 9 games. And lost 9 games. How many games did Cross win? How many games did Cross win? I will give you 3 minutes, no more, no less. Figure that out. Draw your ratio box, fill in the blanks that you know how to fill in, and see if you cannot come up with the answer to said puzzle. answers here? Well, thanks for yelling it out. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't know if I'm taking that. This should be your box. Should look like that. You know they won 64%, total is 100%, so you can subtract those to get 36%. 9 was how many games they were lost. They want to know how many they won. So basically, you're going from this one to this one, so you got to think it's kind of hard. I mean, you can do it the other way, but what do you do to 36 to get 9? You divide by 4. If you take 64 and divide by 4, you end up with 16. How many total games did they play then? 25. You add those together. Issues?